And so, I am here, and I am quite eager to share with you all today. And so, you could say that I was making my rounds before this event did start. And many do not quite recognize me or give me credit for my humor. And yet, I do so love that genuine, pure laughter of friends sharing together, uplifting each other in laughter and conversation. And of course, it is quite important to never lose that. And so, this does bring me to something that I do feel it is quite important to bring forward before this conversation does continue. And so, regardless of what any individuals say about me or any traditions or translations, you can recognize, both in my words and also in these connections and my energy, that truly, truly, the base of my purpose here and the base of myself when I was an incarnation on this earth, as the person who you do now call Jesus. And I have been called other names, many names, but that is not important for this conversation. What is important is you can recognize that while there has been many changes to the Bible, these writings that were compiled and placed in this book were never intended to be compiled as such. They were personal accounts, personal experiences, and personal expressions of connections with me. And so there are absolutely some very real expressions of me and my life. And there are others that maybe some reading between the lines is needed. And yet, one expression that I would like to highlight, and it does not truly matter if this was fully accurate accounting of the event that did unfold, but what many people do recognize as me essentially, and I will use your language again for my love of humor, crashing out in the temple, flipping tables and driving people away. And so recognize the many different levels to unconditional love. And so while I did have unconditional love, complete love, for all of those individuals, every individual that I did interact with, there were many times that the behavior was unacceptable, that the behavior did violate the unconditional love that I had for myself and for the expressions beyond, what you now do call spirituality, divine connection, source, metaphysical perspectives, your guides. These things that are shared are to be honored, as they are truly given for the releasing, the expansion, and the evolution of humanity. And so I absolutely did allow myself to react when I did see individuals enacting in behavior that did essentially spit in the face of everything that I stood for. And yet I did not love those individuals any less. In fact, I loved them enough to stand up, to really shake things up. And while I was not truly losing control or in a rage, I was allowing my energetic and emotional expressions to show the disrespect that was happening to the true purpose of being here, the true purpose of worship. And so when others are bullying, when they are attempting to hold others back and hold others down, whether it is the individual Christopher who you were speaking of earlier, or it is a priest who is seeking a donation or who is seeking to hold people to man-made laws in order to connect with the divine, to connect with themselves, to find self-empowerment. This is fully within your rights to stand up. Unconditional love does not mean that you allow yourselves to be suppressed and waited upon. It does not mean that you allow yourselves to be disrespected and bullied. It does mean that sometimes you do have to stand up and have uncomfortable expressions for you, uncomfortable conversations, as of course you are just truly wanting to love everyone and to have that be a jovial, friendly, amazing interaction and connection. And yet, for some, that cutting of the cords is necessary. As you do truly recognize that no one puts themselves in the dark, I will rephrase, as my wording did get a bit ahead of the vehicle. No one is placed in the dark. Sometimes you are given opportunities and experiences that do essentially pull you down there. And yet this is just opportunities for you to recognize those areas that you are holding yourself back, that you are casting darkness over yourself. We do sometimes amplify those things in order to give you the recognition to let go of darkness, to let go of old identities, to let go of those things that are holding you back, and to fully step forward in your light and your power. But no one else casts you into that darkness. No one else holds you in pain. It is truly you who hold yourself in these spaces. And yet I am also wanting to express, do not think that you are bad or wrong when you are pulled down into darkness and density. As again, I will reference the expression of me being tempted and taunted, me being pulled down, me calling out for my burdens to be released, feeling so heavy, as this does happen. And yet it is opportunities to see those as opportunities. Sometimes your darkness must be amplified for you to recognize that it is not truly your darkness, that it is truly something to be expressed and released. And so, do not fear. Do not shy away, and recognize that nothing that you are going through makes you less than. Nothing that you are going through means you are broken or deficient, as you are all so very capable, as you are all able to recognize the incredible things that you have walked through. And so while you may not have always had your head held high and your chest pumped out, remembering fully who you are, you have made it through. You have grown and expanded. You have made the decisions to release yourself from those things that were keeping you small, keeping you isolated. You have made great decisions, especially those of you who are here on this panel today, to step up, to embrace friendship, to seek joy and laughter and the full expression of not only who you truly are, but also your journey here and your purpose here. And so recognize that all you are experiencing is not just you, and it is not just for you, as you are expressing, uplifting, bringing opportunities and clarity to so many. And so recognize that you are all your own individual expressions of the same light. And that is the very profound message I am wanting to deliver. Recognizing that we are all individual, unique expressions of one. And so, embrace each other, love each other, and yet, do not be afraid to knock the knife out of one of your brothers or sisters' hands. Do not be afraid to hold the mirror and allow them to recognize the density they are sitting in, as this is truly a service to them and to many others who you may never recognize. And so, I am sending my deep love, my deep gratitude, and my deep participation with you all. Recognize that there is always a hand on your shoulder when you are needing it most. Recognize that there is always a warm hug waiting. And when you do not feel capable of turning to your human physical friends, turn to me. Turn to us, all of us who are beyond, and recognize the great line of individuals who are just knocking at your door to smother you in love, to wrap you in warm hugs, and to express their extreme pride and gratitude for the expressions you are allowing yourself to be here in this earth experience now. And so I am channeling through all of that energy to each of you. And you will recognize in this, when you feel into it, all of those who are uniquely close to you, who are right here, who are never leaving your side, who are consistently working with you as you are expanding and growing and heightening your energy frequency. And so, feel into this now. Remember the laughter. Remember the joy in all of our faces. Remember the warm hugs we gave you. And know that not only are we supporting you and rooting for you, remember that we do have the utmost faith, respect, and honor for you, as we do truly see you, even when you are not truly seeing yourself. That is all. And yes, he did say they're all rooting us. Oh, that was amazing. I always do so love those connections.